Emergency which service? Do you need fire, police or ambulance?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs. John Latinchuk, the Chief of Defense Staff, is out of the country right now. Otherwise, he would have been here with me today. Like all our fellow citizens, he and I are profoundly disturbed by the horrific facts presented in court this week.
In part 2, investigators break down the suspect and he begins to tell exactly what happened. After about 2 hours of interrogation, the investigator finally breaks ground and the suspect cracks. Alright, for my new subscribers, in this series, we take a look at an investigation costing over $1 million. A neighbor goes missing. Local cops start asking questions. They get to one of their neighbor's house, and then clues, leads, evidence starts to pile up, and now they have a suspect in custody. Let's take a look back at what happened from the beginning. Family members make a report of a missing person. Friends, co-workers all start asking questions. Investigation starts. Once officers received the 911 call, they headed out to the location. Footprints, tire tracks, so much forensic data leading to suspects. But one local cop got lucky when he asked a neighbor questions. His footprints, his make and model Jeep, tire tracks, and now an admission of SD cards at his residence. Officers obtained search warrants for his home, his work, and all of his vehicles. Based on further investigation, new evidence and leads open up what seems to be something unbelievable.
For more than 20 years, he was a model airman and husband, described as a bright, shining star of the Canadian Air Force. Tonight, he is the most notorious pervert and serial killer in recent Canadian history.
Hours before Russell Williams arrived, police were here.
No photo equipment.
So were the media, lining up to get inside to tell what would be a bizarre, twisted story. It's the most graphic insight into Williams' double life, and it started soon after Williams shuffled into the courtroom, shackled and pale.
27-year-old Jessica Lloyd disappeared in January. Detectives found distinctive tire and boot tracks near her home, and a week later, a sharp-eyed officer noticed the suspicious tread matched the tires on Williams' SUV.
Until now, it's been reported Williams would steal women's undergarments and clothing when he broke into dozens of homes in Tweed and Ottawa. But what emerged in court was even more disturbing, that Williams often targeted the homes and the belongings of young girls.
It is important to acknowledge that diligent police work ended this terrible pattern of violence, and we Indigenous forces want to express our gratitude to the police forces involved. With the conviction confirmed by the court, the Canadian Forces are now able to take action, including
In part 3, we take a look at the next full hour of interrogation. So many details due to upload restrictions. Some of the interrogation will be altered.
I'm concerned that they're tearing apart my wife's brand new house.
So am I. But if nobody tells them what's there and what's not, they don't have any choice. Computers will be brought to Microsoft in California. They'll be picked apart. You can't erase things from computers. It doesn't happen. I'm sure you've seen that. I'm sure that's pretty common knowledge these days. It just doesn't happen. They sell programs that to try and help people clean their computers of stuff, and our guys are pulling that stuff out all the time. The FBI is pulling that stuff out all the time. This investigation will end up costing no less than $10 million. Easy. And they will say no to nothing. Any request this major case manager makes on this case, they've already been told it's approved. Don't even bother asking. So what am I doing, Russ? I put my best foot forward here for you, bud. I really have. I don't know what else to do to make you understand the impact of what's happening here. Did we talk?
I want to minimize the impact on my wife.
So do I.
So how do we do that?
Well, we start by telling the truth.
Okay.
Okay. So where is she?
Get a map.
Is she close to where she lives? I've got maps of that general area. Which town is she near? Why don't we start there?
I'm not sure if you give me a map of that covers Calagar down to the highway and over to Tweed. and stuff. I'll show you.
Let me see what I got here. I might have something. Is she inside, outside? Probably the biggest area I have there, Russ.
Yeah, you need more. You need a real map.
So where am I going on here to get to her?
In this block here.
Okay. So you're pointing to.
A detailed map of that area, and I'll show you where she is.
Okay. Is she close to a road?
Yep.
All right. Is it something where is she buried, or is she somewhere where if you walk there you would fairly easily see her?
It's here.
Okay. So she's south of 7, east of Tweed,
Mhm.
west of 41.
Mm-hmm.
And what's this road here?
Not sure.
Neither am I. Okay. I'll be right back, okay? Do you want any water or anything?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be right back. How long has she been there for?
A little over a week.
Was it fairly quick from the time she left?
Friday night.
Friday night?
Yeah.
So where was she between Thursday night and Friday night?
In Tweed.
With you?
Yeah.
How long was she alive for?
Almost 24 hours, not quite.
Okay. Russ? You're doing the right thing here. Okay.
Well, again, my interest is in making my wife's life a little easier. And
Okay.
her family as well.
Well, we share that
But
interest.
there's no, your time in Ottawa is wasted, really. I'll tell you where the Emerson cards are.
Where are they?
They're in the house there, but
In Ottawa?
yeah.
Whereabouts?
Some in the camera bag, which they would have found in my office.
Mm-hmm.
And when you walk into the office on the left side, there's a desk of drawers, set
Okay.
of drawers, like a filing cabinet, wooden, IKEA. In one of the top 2 drawers, and there's a plastic divider,
Yeah.
and there's inside there are 2 memory cards,
Okay.
which are blank, but I'm sure they can be
And whose images are on those cards?
well, I've erased them, but I expect you'll be able to draw images of Jessica and I.
What about Marie?
There may be images on there as well.
And the 2 women from September?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have those images stored anywhere else?
Yeah, there are 2 hard drives in the house in Ottawa. I can draw you a little picture if you like.
Sure. Do you want to do that now while I'm
Sure.
getting them out? Okay. Do you want anything to eat or anything? Leave that with you. Okay.
But I do want to talk to you, Jim.
That's the plan. Okay. I'll be right back. make it up there. Thank you. Okay, make it up. Somebody running around looking for an actual map, but I did the same thing with the Google Maps. Just have to blue them up a little bit more. This is the biggest of the area. This might have better parameters for you. Here's Tweed.
From this intersection on the side of the road.
And what road is that? Cary? No. South of, can't read that word. East Hungerford? Does that make sense? Oh, there it is there. Okay. How far off the road is she?
40 feet.
Is she covered with anything?
She's wrapped up.
In
She's
what?
on the surface. Just a gray something or other cover.
Okay. Barry, the obvious question I'm going to have for you is, when they go there, and they'll be there shortly, they're going to find her?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll be right back. You look like you want to say something.
Just that this place, my wife, it's been a dream for a better part of a year, so I'm keen to get them what they need and so they can leave her alone.
Okay. Well, we're going to do our best to keep that as low key as possible, okay? What do you want to talk about?
Because it's pretty wide open now, eh?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
Well, do you want to work forwards or backwards?
Doesn't matter.
Why don't we start with Jessica? How does that start for you?
I saw her in her house on her treadmill. Wednesday night, I guess. Then I noticed she wasn't there Thursday. So I got into the house to look around. Then, and then left. Noticed she'd come home. So I went back in. Through the back patio door while she was sleeping. So I woke her up. Didn't hit her. She only hit her once. Friday night.
Okay.
Well, so I raped her in her house, and then I took her to the car and took her to Tweed. And spent the day in Tweed. And then I hit her as we were walking. She thought we were leaving.
Okay.
Anything in particular?
Well, what did the hit on the back of the head do?
Well, I was surprised her skull gave way. She was there and immediately unconscious. And I strangled her.
Okay. What did you hit her with?
Flashlight
Okay. In the house or outside the house?
in the house. Yeah, they'll find signs of that.
Where in the house did this happen?
In the main portion, just in front of the fireplace.
What do you mean they'll find signs of it?
Oh, there's quite a bit of blood. I'd expected to knock her out. But obviously generated a lot of blood.
What did she bleed onto?
The floor. It's just tile floor.
Okay. Did you clean it up or did you?
I wiped it up. I know it'll be easily spotted.
What makes you think that? Like, if I walked in that house right now, would I see
You
it?
wouldn't see it, not at all, but, you know, the right signs will show it, I'm sure.
Okay. So when that happened, did she have clothes on or was she naked? Or?
She was dressed.
Okay. So when we find her, is she gonna have those clothes on too?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Marie France Como.
There was an open window in the basement of her house when she was away. I went in there a couple of nights before she came home. Looked around. I went back in there late at night when she was at home. She was on the phone in her bedroom. She actually discovered me in the basement. She was trying to get her cat to come upstairs, and the cat was in the basement, had seen me and was fixated on me in the corner. She couldn't get the cat up, so she came downstairs to try and get the cat, and weren't sure why she came over to me. I guess the cat was staring at me, and she was wondering what the cat was staring at. The lights were on. So when she spotted me, I had the same flashlight. I subdued her. Tied her up, brought her upstairs. And strangled her later in the morning. Well, more suffocated her. Right. Some tape. Left her there.
How did you subdue her? And when you say subdued her in the basement, what did you do?
Well, I had the same flashlight, and you know, she saw me right away. So it was just I hit her a couple of times and around her head, try and knock her out. Didn't, but she was bleeding a little bit. Eventually, after a struggle, subdued her.
Okay. Any blood from that struggle?
Oh yeah. No, not not a whole bunch, but a flashlight did break her skin a couple of times.
Okay. What area of the basement did that take place in?
I was hiding behind the furnace, so she spotted me right there.
Okay. Did she recognize you?
No, I had stuff on my face.
Okay. So you go upstairs, and you said she suffocated?
Well, I suffocated her. I put tape on her. I put tape on her mouth, and then I put tape on her nose and held it there so she couldn't breathe.
Okay. What kind of tape was it?
Duct tape.
What happened to it?
Well, I took it with me and can't remember what actually I did with that tape, but probably threw it in the garbage.
Did you use tape for any other purposes?
No.
Okay. Did she ever recognize you through this whole episode?
No.
What did you say you had on your face?
Just a cover for my head, just a sports pullover type, like just a little cap kind of thing.
Okay.
Just a, I think lycra or something, and just a headband over my nose and mouth, so it covered most everything but my eyes.
Okay. Now this flashlight, where is that now?
And tweed.
In the house?
Yep.
What kind of flashlight is it?
It's a red 3 double D. I'm not sure what brand it is, but it's a metal, one of these aluminum. It's like a big, I can't remember what brand that is. Aircraft aluminum flashlights are already seen around. Anyway, it's a bigger one of those.
Did you take anything out of Marie France's house or Jessica Lloyd's house?
Yeah, some of their underwear.
Okay.
That's all.
And where is that?
It's in some boxes in the basement here in Ottawa, in that rec room. So we just moved in, so there are boxes everywhere. So on the same side as the furnace room, sort of in the back against the wall.
Okay. What do the other boxes look like?
I think one's a scanner, the box for my scanner.
Mm-hmm.
They're all right next to each other, so a quick look through the boxes there will find it.
Okay. How much underwear is in those boxes?
Probably 60 pieces or so total.
All women's?
Yeah, 60 pieces of theirs.
Of whose?
Of Jessica's and Marie France.
So you took 60 pieces from between the two of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
All right. And they're in a, like when you talk about a scanner, is it a computer scanner box?
Well, my computer scanner is up in the office, and its box is down in the basement, so
Okay.
it's inside that box.
Does any of the underwear in those boxes belong to anyone other than Marie France or Jessica?
Yeah, there's some from each of the other two women.
Okay. Why don't we talk about those two women?
Mhm.
So the first one happened on the 16th, and I don't know why, I can't recall their names, but the lady that was lived closer to you.
No, Lori was closer to me.
Okay.
So the first one,
Mhm.
I had just spotted her from our boat, actually. I got into the house while she was asleep. Noticed that she was alone. And just hit her with my hand while she was sleeping. Subdued her. Mostly just my weight on top of her. Had her take off her pajamas. Took some pictures. Took some of her underwear and left.
And the other woman?
Same kind of deal. Got in through the back of the house. She was sleeping in her, not in her bedroom, but in her, in front of the TV. Very much the same story.
Anything different about that story? I mean, pretty much the same story and exactly the same story are two different things, right?
Yeah, no, not much different at all. I did have the flashlight that time. I had her with a flashlight. Didn't think it would knock her out. Didn't. So, and I subdued her with my weight. Took off her clothes, took some pictures, and left.
Why do you think these things happen? Have you spent much time thinking about that?
About why?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know the answers. And I'm pretty sure the answers don't matter.
Well, let me ask you this: did you like or dislike these women?
I didn't know any of them.
Okay.
I had met Maddie France that one time in our airplane.
Okay. No, I guess when you're going through these things, are you? Well, let's talk about Jessica because she was there with you for the whole day, right?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of feelings were you experiencing while you were with her that day?
Oh, she was a very nice girl.
Can you tell me why you killed her? Right. Do you know why you killed her?
Well, I think I killed her because I knew that her story would be recognized.
Her story would be recognized? How do you mean?
Well, because she knew I was taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So because of the two stories in Tweed, that would have been a fairly, been quite obvious.
So if you didn't take pictures, what would you have done with her?
I don't know.
I mean, she's at your house, right? Well, let me ask you this. Is it 2 lived, right? And 2 died. What was the difference in your mind between...
Well, the attention the first 2 got was very much focused on, obviously, or for obvious reasons, the pictures I took. So anybody else telling stories about pictures, right, would have been a fairly straight line.
Okay. But when this thing happened with Marie France, did you believe that you were already a suspect for what happened in Tweed?
No.
So what were you concerned about?
Well, because I was pretty sure that she was serving military, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would have been difficult for investigators to ignore that connection.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Let's go back to Jessica then, okay? You see her on the Wednesday night, okay? On her treadmill?
Mm.
How do you see her?
She was in the basement, window wide open, on a treadmill. So I drove by.
Okay. Did you stop to look at the house, or how does that catch your eye as you drive by?
Well, I was looking to see who was where. Don't know that area very well, so I was just keeping my eyes open.
Okay. So you spot her on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Do you just keep on going, or did you stop and take a closer look that
No.
night or anything? No?
I could go.
Okay. And you went back on the Thursday night, right?
Yep.
So you go back on the Thursday night, and you went into the house before she came home?
Yeah, she was out.
Okay.
Done with those. Yeah, she was out. Got in through the kitchen window. It's unlocked. Everything else was locked.
Okay. So you're in there doing what?
Looking around to see who lived in the house. It was just her.
Okay. And then what do you do?
Well, I left the house. And then she came home. I hadn't been out of the house very long. So I watched for a little bit to see if she was alone. She was. And I went in when she went back to sleep. When she went to sleep.
Okay. So you go in, she's sleeping, And what do you do?
Well, I snuck up to the side of her bed, expecting to try to knock her out. She woke up, but she did as I said. So I didn't hit her.
What did you say?
Said, lie down on your tummy.
Okay.
She did. I tied her up.
What'd you tie her up with?
Some rope I brought.
So she's on her stomach. How are you tying her up?
Just tying her hands behind her back.
Okay. She got clothes on at that point?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of clothes?
Sweats.
All right. You tie her hands behind her back, and then what happens?
I took her clothes off.
Okay. And then what happened?
I raped her.
A rape could mean a lot of different things. What kind of sexual act took place?
Just, vaginal and oral.
Okay. Oral. Who was performing the oral sex?
No, me on her and her on me.
Okay. Any condoms used or anything like that?
No.
No. So and again, correct me if I'm wrong. Vaginal intercourse. Her performing oral sex on you, and you performing oral sex on her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what order those things occurred in?
Yeah. I started with the oral sex. Then I raped her. And then later on I made her perform oral sex on me.
Okay. Any kind of conversation happening when this is going on?
Yeah, a little bit.
What was being said?
Well, I threatened her before I had her perform oral sex.
What did you say?
Well, I put a zip tie around her neck. I said that I would pull it if I didn't like what she would do.
Okay. So she did what you told her to do?
Mm-hmm.
Any issues there? Any reason to pull it?
No.
So, do you remember if you ejaculated at that point? Or at any point?
Not at that point, but later on.
Okay. So, the oral sex finishes, and then what happens next?
Well, I continued to rape her, and I had her put on some of her underwear. Took some pictures, lots of pictures. And then got her dressed, walked back to the truck.
Okay. At what point did you decide that she was going to leave with you?
I'm not sure. That wasn't necessarily always the plan. But at some point, I was there for 3 hours, 3 and a bit.
Okay. Do you remember the conversation about leaving? Was there any... Did she say anything about that, or what was she saying to you?
She was certainly cooperative.
Okay. Cooperative can mean a number of different things. Was she excited about leaving with you? I mean, I don't want to be sarcastic, but
No, she just didn't put up too much of a fuss.
did she try and negotiate with you at all, or
No.
what did she say?
Well, I told her that I would let her go later on.
Okay. So when you take her out of your house, is she still bound, or
Yep,
how is that done?
just hands behind her back.
Okay. What about her feet? Anything there?
No, she was walking freely.
Okay. Barefoot, or
No, she had those brown suede shoes on that had been reported.
okay. So where does she sit in your truck when you get to the truck?
Front seat, passenger side.
Okay. And where do you go?
Straight to Tweed.
Straight to your house in Tweed, or straight
Yeah.
to just the town?
Straight to the house.
No stops anywhere?
No.
Okay. What time, do you remember what time you arrived there?
I don't exactly, but I'd say between 4:30 and 5:30.
Okay. All right. When you were first there before she came home, do you remember? Did anybody come to the door at all when you were in the house? Okay.
No, I think somebody had come home. Somebody had come to the house just before she did, because I thought it was her, but then they left. I was outside at the time.
Did you see who that person was, or what kind of vehicle they were in, or anything?
No. Saw the lights. I assumed it was her, and then all of a sudden they left. So I don't know what happened.
Okay. Where were you when that first vehicle pulled up?
In the back here.
Okay. So you didn't have a view of the vehicle, you could just tell that there was a vehicle there, is that fair? Okay. So you get home, what, 4:35 you say?
Hmm.
Okay. And then what happens?
Well, she would go to the bathroom, and had a quick shower, wash her. Then we went into my bedroom, and went to sleep a little bit. She was tied up.
How was she tied up at that point?
Hands behind her back. I put tape over her eyes from the beginning, so that's what she had.
Okay. When they find her, is that tape going to be there, or was it ever removed?
No, I removed it.
Okay. What kind of tape?
Duct tape.
All right. The duct tape that you used, where's that roll?
It's all gone. I used the rest of it to bind her body.
So, by all gone, is it with the body now? Okay. So you said, who went to sleep when you came home? You had a shower, or she had a shower?
Well, we both got in. I washed her off after she'd been to the bathroom. We both went to sleep. But she was tied up and I tied the rope. So I could fall asleep a little bit. she could move without waking me up.
Okay, I'm trying to picture how that would be. So the rope's tied to what on her?
Just tied her hands behind her back.
Okay. And
then the rope just wrapped around me a couple of times, so there was no slack.
okay. Do you remember how long you slept for?
Not long, maybe a couple hours.
Do you know if she slept?
I don't know.
Okay. So you wake up and
And it wasn't, I mean, we were up and down, so it wasn't 2 hours straight. It was about 2 hours in bed, but there wasn't much sleep, just lying there probably.
so you get up from that, and what happens next?
She had a seizure, actually. She felt it coming on, and because she'd had some before. Lasted quite a while. Got her dressed, into the family room, and anyway, she recovered. She got obviously stress, but probably went on for about 15 minutes, sort of it.
So,
Yeah.
how do you know she had them before?
She told me.
Did she tell you why she gets them?
Well, she suggested it was stress. Yeah, so she felt herself start to tense up and said she thought she was going to have a seizure. So it was convulsions is what she was having.
Okay. So she recovered from that?
Yep, I stayed with her and talked her through it and make sure she didn't bite her tongue.
Okay. And then what happened?
Well, then we had a little lie down right there because she was obviously exhausted. Put a cover over her and she went to sleep. Wait for an hour or so. And I had told her earlier that before I let her go, I wanted to take some pictures of her in her underwear. And have sex with her. So after she'd had a rest for an hour or so, I had her put on a number of different outfits she had.
I'm sorry?
Put on a number, pairs, panties, bra that she had. That I'd taken from the house. So she put those on and I took pictures.
Okay. Are you in any of these pictures?
Yep.
What kind of images are you in?
Well, I'm with her. There's on the hard drives, you'll see there's video as well. So there's video of the yeah, almost 4 hours, I guess.
Of what?
Well, of initially at her place of me raping her, and then so I was running the video and then taking still pictures. So the video pretty much covers everything.
Did you use video at other places?
At Marie France's as well.
And is that video on the hard drives?
Yep.
Same type of activity?
Yeah. Although I didn't have her put on any stuff.
Okay. So Jessica poses for these pictures, and there's videos, and then what happens?
Then I got her dressed because she thought she was leaving. Got a bite to eat. Fruit. And then as we were walking out, I struck her on the back of the head.
Okay. When did you decide to do that?
Well, I was pretty sure that I wasn't going to let her leave, but the idea of striking her on the head was developed in the afternoon.
And what was that strike supposed to accomplish in your mind? What was the intent of doing that?
Well, I thought I would be able to knock her out, and then I was going to strangle her.
Okay. So when you actually do strike her, what's the result?
Her skull gave way a little bit. Felt like, and there was a lot of blood, so I think that's what happened. She was immediately unconscious. And then I strangled her.
How'd you strangle her?
The same rope. Just put her on her neck
Okay.
while she was unconscious.
Now, what happened to the zip tie that was around her neck earlier?
I took it off. Around then, I guess.
Did you take it off before you put the rope around her neck, or after, or do you remember?
After she was dead.
Oh, okay. So the zip tie was around her neck while you used the rope?
Mhm.
Okay. Did you leave the rope around her neck?
No.
Okay. And how did you know she was dead?
She, well, her body stopped moving.
Okay. So what did you do after that?
I bound her up to there's her fetal position. cleaned up the floor.
No, you say you bound her up. Are you referring to the duct tape that you talked about earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. So then what did you do?
I put her in the garage. It was very cold. And then I went into the base.
Okay. Why'd you go to the base?
Pardon me?
Why'd you go to the base?
Because I was flying early the next morning.
Okay. So what time did you leave to go to the base?
Well, I told you about between 9 and 10 or so.
On the Friday night?
Yeah.
Okay. So you fly, and
Then I drove home to Ottawa.
so which night would you?
Saturday night.
So you land, and what time are you landing?
6:30.
Okay.
Saturday night.
Did you go by the house in Tweed on your way to Ottawa? Or? No. So you drove straight home to Ottawa? What time did you get there at? Do you remember?
Sometime before midnight. I can't quite remember, but I think I went in the office first, did some work. So I think I got home to Ottawa just before midnight, something like that. I think. Not sure. I slept for a little bit at the Tim Hortons in Brockville. So it might be later. I honestly can't remember when I got to Ottawa, but
Okay.
yeah, midnight-ish, Saturday.
Mm-hmm. So you get home, you're in Ottawa, what do? Go to bed or
Yeah.
stay up? Okay. So then what do you do the next day?
Well, my wife and I did some stuff. I can't remember what was going on that day. You know, putting together the new house. And I headed back to Tweed that night.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Sorry. No, I did. I had Monday off. That's right. I had Monday off, and then I was visiting one of the units in Ottawa on Tuesday. So I didn't head back to Tweed till Tuesday night.
Okay. So you get back to Tweed, and what happens next?
I took Jessica's body to that spot.
Okay. That happened on Tuesday night? Just this past Tuesday, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what time that was?
It was pretty late. It was midnight-ish. I'd say between midnight and 1 on Wednesday morning.
Okay. What made you decide to measure that distance? That 0.7 kilometers?
That's just the way I am. Numbers. Have to know the numbers.
Okay. And how did you leave her?
I just left her tucked behind a fairly large rock.
Okay. Is that duct tape still on her? And what else is on her?
A couple of towels wrapped around her head, and the top and pants. She was wearing jeans.
Okay. Did you ever go back there?
No.
Right. What other type of cleaning and things like that did you do? Anything else to kind of cover your tracks that you can think of?
All right, so let's recap what we've seen so far. Sometimes in life, people are going through so many things. Sometimes our mind tells us to do stuff no one would ever imagine of doing. But in this case, this man was truly fighting something from within. The details he gave investigators helped move one step closer to retrieving crucial evidence that will put him behind bars forever. In part 4, we finish out the rest of the interrogation. Let me know what you think so far in the comments. This is truly a wake-up call for all people all over the world.